can never remember not being gay. Ever since I even knew, before I knew what it was, I knew I was.
I think as young as 6 years old, I knew that I was gay.
I grew up Mormon, and so I knew that what I have felt since I was a little kid, that I was attracted to other girls, was wrong.
I wanted to be a minister, a priest, and felt that way since I was little, and so that didn't fit with being gay, and so I just tried to ignore it, push it down.
I knew I was gay when I was 6 years old. I saw Sean Connery without his shirt on in Thunderball, and I knew that was for me.
There were experiences back in elementary school about being bullied, and I learned to sort of stand up to them, and I learned that bullies often are simply trying to fill in their own inadequacies by trying to make someone else feel humiliated.
It was my way of figuring that if I could get other people in the class to pick on him and call him fairy and princess and homo and all the other wonderful words that I came up for him, it would take attention off of me.
I mean, just when I was a kid, just being on the school bus, kids would call me queer or fag, and I mean, I didn't know what it meant.
I know there's a lot of kids being bullied out there that may not even realize that the bully themselves may be having some issues with homosexuality.
When I was an adult, my boss would tell me about people that he fired because he suspected them of being gay, and I always felt like things like that were directed toward me. After I came out and to more and more people, I started losing the fear of people finding out. And it was that fear that kept, holding you back and not knowing how to deal with somebody bullying you. And just over the years, I mean, there's been such the more people that know and the more people that you come out to, the more supportive that they are and the more strength that you have inside yourself just to build your life. And I mean, it makes a huge difference in your life. But it gets better. I mean, life is more comfortable. I mean, you're stronger with your personality, with your inner feelings. You can hold hands and not feel guilty about it. You can go to sleep every night and know that there's not fear behind you. I mean, it's just so much, it just gets so much better.
It gets better.
Trust me, life gets so much better.
It gets better.
Step by step by step, I was in total denial, didn't have any idea that I was gay. So I ran off and got married because I thought whatever these feelings were would go away, of course, if I married a man. And yeah, it didn't work.
I was ordained as a Catholic priest and was one for almost 10 years, and then left for 16 years. And I didn't really come out until, I guess I was 33. Finally, and the bishop just about went crazy. And the first words out of his mouth were, "Well, you haven't molested any children, have you?"
I mean, I was so shy growing up. I felt like I couldn't even approach, the popular kids. I wasn't worthy. I don't know, I just always felt like I was unworthy in my life. I had a godmother who denied her gayness. She lived with a woman for 60 years, and they fell into alcoholism and all sorts of things, and their life was very tough, and I decided, not for me. I'm going to make it better for the people following me if I can. I formed the LGBT Employee Resource Group, and I became the founder of the Rhode Island Women's Association in Rhode Island, which is now 33 years old. So Rhode Island had nothing. And I was also in the first gay pride parade in Rhode Island with 10 people. Now there are thousands.
I finally reconciled my being gay with my spirituality in graduate school as a candidate for the priesthood. The seminary I went to was very, open at the time and willing to help people explore who they were. And that really helped me, and that was a freeing moment to finally being able to recognize and allow myself to love myself as who I was, not for somebody else wanted to be. it finally allowed me to see that I was worth the love of myself and of God and all other people.
It wasn't until I was 31 that an opportunity presented itself that I could go and talk to a counselor, a therapist. And that is just what opened up my world. I mean, the first time I met with her, you know, I says, well, I think I'm too close to my mother, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I think I might be a lesbian, blah, blah, blah. You know, I kind of slipped that in there, and she knew enough what to talk about.
I would say that if you are gay and you are closeted and you are in despair because you think that coming out is going to destroy your life, that the earlier you do come out and face those dangers, have whatever happens happen, get on the other side of that. There's a whole life on the other side of that.
My life started when I came out. Everything about who I was, I felt comfortable in my own skin. So everything really started for me after I came out.
When I was younger, I think I did envision this because it's what I wanted to have happen. So I just went for it and said, this has got to get better. So what I did for my own philosophy was, I'll just let people like me, and then when they find out I'm gay, it's too late. They already like me. They're having way too much fun.
It gets better. It gets so much better.
It gets so much better, you stop getting this.
It gets better. I'm in a wig.